Chapter 15, 2:55 AM. Hey guys, it's August and welcome back to some more Ghost Trick. Last time, a lot of stuff happened. And yeah, probably the biggest thing is that apparently the person who took Lynn hostage 10 years ago was us. And then tonight a man named Cecil met a detective named Lynn at a junkyard on the edge of town and then was killed by a bullet. But the scene I find waiting for me on the other end of the phone line feels like the final nail in the coffin of my lost memory. What is it? What the hell? I see myself. I feel like I might have used up my what the hell quota last episode, so let's just play and see where this goes. Oh, it's that guy. We haven't seen him in a while. Also Sith, really? There you are, Commander Sith, finally. Cecil, where have you been, my good man? We've been looking everywhere for you. Had a little unfinished business to take care of. Didn't think it would take this long. What about your people? They sure went out of their way to mess me up. I say, I believe we filled every one of your conditions in our little deal. What right do you have to complain about anything outside our bargain? We can talk about that when we get together. This will be our last communication by telephone. We'll arrive in 1 hour. I look forward to seeing you, Cecil. Dawn is approaching. The darkness surrounding my own mystery is deep, but I know it's always darkest before the dawn. Yes, we're nearing the final stages of our little deal, my good man. Yes, sir, all preparations are complete, sir. And we just had a report, sir. Lights have been spotted, sir. Have they now? By all means, let me have a look. I guess we're here now. And what's this about lights? Is it light of dawn? Maybe. Okay. Yes, we're very close. We will now disconnect from the communication cable and have no service until we arrive, sir. Very well. Alright, so these guys are definitely up to something. Although what it is, I have no idea, because right now he's going back to his fruit, and I guess they're going to chill here for a bit. Oh. What? Oh, they're in a friggin' submarine! Okay, so they was looking at the, periscope, I think it's called? And that's what he meant about communications too, because when they float away, they'll be away from the phone line. Nice try, Inspector Cabanella. But you can never stop me. What the hell is going on with this guy? See ya, sucker. Well, there he goes. Trick time. Well, I think it's finally time for us to talk to Inspector Cabanella. We've known him for so long and now we finally get to do this. Well, he will definitely believe the Justice Minister after this. Hey, do you think you could wake up for me? Cabanella, come on. Oh boy, still unconscious, eh? I guess he hasn't been dead for very long then. I'll just go ahead and go back to 4 minutes before his death. I'm a little nervous about what I might see there though. But if that's where I'm going to find my answers, I can't run away from it. Let's do it. Alright, here we are at the junkyard. And Cabanella's face to face with us. Once the criminal gets the punishment he deserves, the hostage will go free. Carry out the execution immediately. Wait for our call. Well, I guess we get to see the other side of this. That's a good boy. Geez, a hostage sure is a handy thing. It gives me complete control over the top police inspector in the country. What's the matter? All those broken bones smart a bit? What's it like to feel pain? Does it make you feel alive? Why are you doing this? Now, is it any kind of question for a top inspector to ask? Isn't it obvious? Revenge, of course. Revenge on all the people who stole my life away 10 years ago. What the? Don't be ridiculous. It was a meteorite that stole your life. I have you forgotten that. I was murdered by all of you. Doesn't seem like he can feel that fire either. Detective Jowd chased me down and forced me into a corner, even though I was innocent. Lynn, that girl, was right there when I was running. Lynn, she was just an innocent little girl playing in the park. If that brat hadn't been there, I would never have thought of taking her hostage. I don't really know if that's how that applies. Yeah, exactly. And finally you, Inspector Cabanella. Me? If you hadn't done what you did, I never would have pointed a gun at that kid. You were so proud of your spotless record, and my case was one blood and it wasn't it. Only two people know the real truth, me and Detective Jowd. I bet tonight's execution will be quite a relief to you, won't it? One of the people who know about your stain on your record will disappear for good. That's why I didn't help him escape from prison. Once again, this spotless record that Lynn's talked about seems like it's a pretty big deal for Cabanella. I got nothing to say to you. You'll never listen anyway. Holy shit. Wait, what? Ye gods. Now then, Inspector. Time to make a big red stain from that spotless white coat. This was another condition of my deal. To wipe out everybody who knew about Temsic. And that is how Cabanella goes. Okay. It seems incredibly obvious at this point that there's some other ghost involved here. Because he was doing like manipulation and all sorts of shit there. Revenge, that's what I'm up to? None of this makes any sense. Hey man, mind telling me what's going on? Hey Cabanella, I'm glad you're finally joining us. My head is spinning, baby. Am I to understand that Cabanella character who just got shot is me? That's right. And you're supposed to be the scoundrel there who just shot me? I guess so. But you couldn't be, could you? Huh? After all, the guy in the red suit just walked out the door, right? So, who are you? I guess I just have to face it. I'm not that Cecil guy. I'm somebody who's searching for himself. That's why I'm here to save you. At the very least, you have information about that guy in red, right? So you came on a rescue mission now, did you? Nothing like the sound of that, baby. Because there's a very important life here somewhere, a life valuable to this nation. Okay, so do your thing, baby. Trick time. Alright, so where do we even start with this one? So are you a manipulator too? I have ghost tricks, powers of the dead, yeah, but I can't control living creatures. Anywho, I think you better be very careful. That guy in red is a manipulator. Naturally, he knows about powers like yours. If he realizes you're here, things might get a little sticky. Ooh, okay. What the hell is going on with him? There's that something emanating from his body. Is it really the sign of having his special powers of the dead? So, we have to be incredibly careful here because if this guy notices we're here, then he might just instantly shoot Cabanella. So, what exactly can we do? I mean, maybe just try something which is small like closing this? Because I doubt he'll notice that. I feel like turning the desk lamp or turning it on, or even rocking the helmet's probably going to be like an instant death. Or maybe rocking the helmet would be okay. Let's just give it a shot. Oh no. What's going on? I've never seen the ghost world like this. So you're here, are you? He sensed my presence. This is kind of creepy. I noticed you. You think you can stop me, do you? I don't know why you're wearing my face, but you might as well give up now. I control everything. Yeah, but that's what I thought. Everything, including the life of the police inspector in white. And there he goes. Wait, don't shoot. I don't think he cares. Alright, so pretty much what I expected. Yeah, he knows the powers of the dead, so if he knows that... Cabanella's right. Yeah, so if he sees something pretty obvious, then we're screwed, basically. It might be hard to save your life under these circumstances. I guess I can't use my powers right in front of him like that. Alright, we're back. So I think closing this is a good start. But maybe that means that we can only use it when he's not looking at us. As for how that will help us, I'm not really sure. The only part that I can think of where he's not looking is where he goes flying back on this and then manipulates it back. It's also really interesting how apparently this guy can manipulate dead bodies, or even like live bodies, and also like objects too. Well, we got knocked down here, so we can jump down here now. What happened to the room? Look at this place. It was fine the last time we were here. But yeah, I'll quickly finish this off. The fact that this guy can manipulate people and objects means he must be like a super ghost or something. What in the world happened here? Oh, Cabanella might know. Think I'm starting to remember. Something bad happened here. And now, there's another death line hidden here. What? Another death? Didn't I tell you from the start? Didn't I say there was a very important life valuable to the nation here? So did I, actually. I'm just a crazy character in a white coat, baby. So there's somebody else there. Well, there's the pigeon. Don't tell me. Did pigeon guy... Okay. So... Can we get down there? We can move the hoist. Let's give it a shot. Well, that works. Oh, there he is. So it looks like we might have to go and do what we did for Lynn in the chicken kitchen and go back even further. And this might be enough to save Cabanella. Because I don't think there's anything we can do to stop us up there. So let's open this up. That'll slide over a bit. And then let's talk to the pigeon guy. Excuse me. Just a ghost, as usual. Are you awake? There he is. Oh, what was this guy's voice again? I kind of forget. Of course. I never sleep during work hours. That's completely different, I'm sorry, I forget the old one. Professor, do you recognize me? There's only one crazy character in a white coat that I know of. He hasn't lost his memory. Yeah, this guy's sharp. I'm not the type who likes losing things. But never mind that. Cabanella, this is quite a surprising guest you brought with you. Pretending like you didn't just blow up the place. Are you talking about me? Oh, this is a different guy, and I'm his guest actually. He said he came to rescue me. Unlike you, my sharp friend, he still hasn't got his memory back. Pitiful. Ouch, that hurts. Anyway, now we're going back to 4 minutes before your death, in order to change your fate, that is. But aren't we already in the past, man? But we can go back even further, I've done it before. I still don't see a path to saving Inspector Cabanella, but if we go back further, maybe I'll find a lead. Let's do it. Alright, now we're back even further. How many times do I have to tell you, Professor? This place is dangerous. I was gonna say too that there's like a lot that Inspector Cabanella knows, so I hope once we've done this he tells us what's going on here. Because I think he could shed a lot of light on this situation. Don't be daft, I can't leave now. What the hell? I just realized they got the scanner over us. He's completely dead, but just as I thought, I'm getting a reading. Over his heart, it looks like. This is the source of his powers, if I remove it. He's not dead, he's just not there. The true form of the manipulator isn't something you can detect, it's a spirit. Ridiculous. Ha ha ha. So you figured it all out, huh? There he is. Being creepy as usual. You're a clever man, Inspector Cabanella. So it's really true, you're... I wasted a lot of time tonight because of you, Inspector. But it's all just like you said. I died 10 years ago. This body is just a vessel, a shell. I control everything, this shell, people. Just like I controlled the Justice Minister and Lynn. Holy shit, this guy's evil. So it's true, you were manipulating my baby that time? You made her shoot your shell? But why? Why would you do a thing like that? To create conclusive evidence, you know, on that security tape. Now she's a murderer too. She'll suffer just like Zhao did. This guy really hates everybody. Now then, Professor. I'm afraid it's time for you to die. I don't have any grudge against you. I'm even grateful to you. Oh yeah, so why don't you let me live then? I'll be leaving this country forever tonight, but before I do, I need to erase all evidence that these powers of mine exist. Along with the contraption in this room. What's he doing? Oh, the Cupid! This time, the thing will work the way it was meant to, and it'll all be over. Cupid won't turn this time. He'll shoot his little arrow this way. Right into a bomb. Professor, look out! Damn. And that's where Cabanella's injuries come from too. Diamondite, eh? When the devil did he put that there? He planned it all out tonight. Having my baby shoot him, having his corpse disappear. His corpse disappeared? Oh right, thinking about it, didn't like Cabanella and the chief detective mention before how the body was gone? That medical examiner, remember him? He was a complete and utter imposter. Oh, was he? Was he working with the assassins? He said he was going to take the corpse back to the lab, but he'd already made a deal with the manipulator to meet him and give him the body back. Oh, okay. But I wasn't going to let that happen, baby. You saw through their plan, eh? I noticed right away the medical examiner didn't know the first thing about examining a body. I knew he was a fake, so I tracked him down and brought him off. Brought him off? I had him smuggle the corpse to this room. Okay. I thought we could find the source of his powers. Of course, never in my wildest dreams did I think his abilities were powers of the dead. Anyway, there isn't much time. He's leaving the country before dawn. And I'm going to follow him, of course, after I save you two. But something's been nagging in the back of my mind. I remember what Ray said to me tonight. He said that spirits cease to exist when the day breaks. But if that's true, how could a spirit from 10 years ago still be here? No time for thinking, baby. Action is the name of the game. Work your magic and take us back, even further into the past.